All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. It's hiding in the dark, its teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me, it wants my soul, it wants my heart. No one can hear me scream, maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I gotta lose control, it's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
White flag waves. Come on, Dino, bring it home. Dino can hear him yelling. He sees the checkered flag waving. He gets it done.
Works his way off turn number 4. Down here across the stripe, Jack hit. We'll get your win.
Clevenger wins at the Lanier National Speedway. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Putt Putt.
Final lap. Here we go. Drag race down the backstretch. Who's it going to be? They're so tight coming here off the lead. And it's going to be, holy crap, it's going to be Christopherson. Dean Reynolds down here through 3 and 4. Coming up off, looking good and clean. He will get the win here at Lernerville. Patrick Spangler working off of 4. He will get your win here tonight at Lanier. That 280 and Jeff Sharp trying to close in on the 72.
Get there, checkered flag wave. William Watson holds on.
Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. To the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman, a.k.a. Shaggy. Ready to go play here at the Cedar Lake Speedway for your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. And we've got a lot of racing coming up for you here this evening. We got the big blocks coming out next. And last but not least, the Pro Late Models. I'm not too sure. I may be doing the Pro Late Models. Adam's been running into a little bit of computer hiccups here. We're going to hope that thing gets solved out. I'd like to go out and play a little bit, but hey, either way, we'll figure it out. You know, it's gonna go smooth here tonight on your end regardless. I have to tune some of my sounds in and around here. Yell at me if anything's too loud. Also, yell at me in the chat box. As you see, I've been doing a lot of racing. You can hear Jeff Barker. Oh, there we go. Thank God they were behaving themselves. Let's go ahead and turn that one off. You probably don't want to hear my spotter either. Well, there's no reason for us to hear him tonight. Where is he? There we go. And there we go. All right. My apologies. Like I say, just been doing some racing, so obviously every now and then, you know, you got to give. And I'm probably one of the guys that should keep it off, if we're being honest with you. But every now and then, you know, you got to give a driver a piece of your mind. See the 76 of Ryland Banks rolling around here. He's got a new paint scheme, or my trading paints, and that's exactly what it is. As I click on another screen, I will reload up trading paints here. And you're probably going to see some guys stay the same, some guys change. But I was like, man, that is not the normal paint here for the 76. Now he goes gray. Let's see. Okay, that is the paint job he's running, though. But like I say, well, some other guys will probably change up here. William rolling around in that 23 machine, like always. It's Harold Klump and Joseph Grandy, the fastest on the timing chart here. As it's 6:59, William pulling off the racetrack. What that tells me is some guys are, you know, we're probably getting ready to advance this thing. Quiet in this other room as well. Some cars hanging out on pit road currently. Let's see who we got. I love it, Ron. I love it. Call it like I see it. That's what I got to do, brother. Now, speaking of call it like you see it, this is where I was going earlier before I was kind of making, I forget what kind of took me off subject here. But, Ron, you know, you're in here all the time. Is that blue background on the leaderboard too much? Does it help you see better? Do you want me to go back to the black? I mean, that's literally, I actually saved, another one. So that's something right in between races or even warm-ups I could swap out if you guys aren't into. But I kind of like it, to be honest with you. I think it gives it a little bit of a different backdrop. But everybody's going to have their own opinion on it. So, like I say, throw them at me here. If you guys don't like it, well, then I don't like it. And, we'll swap it back. So you're watching Shane Billings roll around the tippy top there through 1 and 2. And that slider line into 3 and 4. And, well, you see the cars disappear. That's because the checkered flag's waving. Warm-ups come to a close, and we get ready to go out qualifying here in Wisconsin. It's going to be the first guy out on the racetrack. Lots of guys in the car. It's going to be Ryland. Let's watch what the 76 can do here. If he can roll up the boys with a quick time, set the bar high. Lap number 1 underway. The 76 shoots around 1 and 2 on the outside. Slider line through 3 and 4. Let's see what it's going to be here as he crosses the line. Ryland Banks is going to be quick time there. Purple Sector 2 with a 13.93. Billy Roberts coming around P2. Can he improve final time around? Roll a little higher there through 3 and 4 is Dino to the top of the charts. The 79 of Dean Reynolds climbed his way to the top. Does he have more? Dino quicker through Sector 2. Doesn't improve the lap, though, and he would have needed it because $100,000 out here in the 5:18. Crosses the line, final time. He's not quickest anymore, though, Uncle Ron. Mike Brewer, top of the charts, 13.874 for the 390 of Mike Brewer. Who else do we have out on the track? William pulled off. We have Terry Walters here. He just put lap number 1 in, currently P25. Going to look for a big improvement here. The 207 rolls the middle there through 3 and 4. Little slideways, but it's green. What's it mean? The 207 going to stay P25. Not going to get that hike he wanted as Dan McLaren crosses the line. Don't know if that lap's going to count. It's going to keep him P17 here as we get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup for week 1 of your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. Here's what heat race number 1 looks like. Rounding out the field, the 207 of Terry Walters. Row 4 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. To the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 3 to the outside, the 55 of Brian Moore Sr. To the inside, the 011 of Randall Dixon. Row 2 to the outside, the 390 of your quick time, Mike Brewer. To the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 1 for heat race number 1 to the high side, the 76 of the hot shoe, Ryland Banks. And starting on the pole, the 35 of the blue and yellow, Harold Klump. Oh, what's going on, Megan? And look, all right, Ron likes it better too. All right, there we go, Ron. If you like it better, I like it better. We'll keep playing around with it. I've been talking to the overlay people. I'm cheating from Adam a little bit in the aspect where I want to eventually get like a red style box around the relative, showing how far they are away, but that's at a later time. As we look to the Wisconsin sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Klump holding on to the lead, but Ryland Banks fighting and clawing on that outside. Who's going to prevail as we come to the line? They touch, they bang. It's the 76 by a nose. Ryland dancing on the outside. He's got the toy wound up, but man, Harold Klump on the inside. He is a pest right now. Brewer trying to take advantage. Mike Brewer up into P2 as that 390 tries to develop a run here on Ryland Banks. Remember, he came out and knocked out quick time. He was your pole sitter. Here comes the 51 of Clay Christopherson as well. Swinging around the outside like Tarzan. Here comes Randall Dixon around Mr. Wednesday night in that yellow machine. Brian Moore Sr. down there on the bottom, tippy-toeing. Able to close the gap there and slide up. Brian Moore Sr. holds on to it for now. Clay Christopherson, how patient does he decide to be here? He's reeling in Mike Brewer, who is, let's be honest, playing pretty nice here. He's got the gloves on here with 2 laps to go. But Brewer, he may be forced to make a move here if Clay gets close enough. But now you see Clay having to play defense. Here's the white flag set the wave. Ryland Banks has one more trip around the Cedar Lake Speedway. Brewer to the bottom. He can't throw the slide job. Banks should have all the momentum. Final time into 3. The 76 rolls the middle, catches the cushion, looks to the sky. Checkered flag waves, give it to Banks, Brewer, Christofferson, and Klump to the A. Moore, Dixon, Vecchio, Barker, and Walters to the B. And we indeed will have a B main tonight. We had a lot of boys and girls decide to show up here, so we will be sending some cars home. Only taking 24 to the A main. Starting lineup for your Hawks Garage 358 modified heat race number 2. Rounding out the field is the 38 of Adam Flieger, who looks, hopefully the computer is all good here if he's racing. Row 4 to the outside, the 096 of Chris Alvey to the inside, the 210 of Barry Wallace. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 88 of Soupy Dan McLaren to the inside, the 25 of Brett Wislowski. Row 2 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy to the inside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer. Trevor Gearix. And row 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside, the 099 of Billy Robertson. Starting on the pole, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Bachman. Dino better hope Megan is still here watching because, you know, she was here Monday night when he collected it in the Open 358 Modifieds. I believe we were at Charlotte Monday night. But, man, Dino's young lady here, you know, she seems to be the good luck charm for him. Long, long night ahead, though. Dino, he should be lining up here, heat race number 3. As we see the Steve King Foundation pace car rifle off, we look to the Wisconsin sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Bachman on the bottom. He's trying to just get up, close off the gap. He does. Roberts going to have to fall in line. Trying to cut underneath. Car low, 3 wide, almost. Trevor Giroux keeps it pedaled down there on the bottom, and I'm telling you, he had to be thinking about gasping for air there. Billy Roberts on the outside. He's holding on to P2 here at the line. But Trevor's so good on the entry to 1 that he gains a lot of time here. Billy still keeps it to the outside, and this is where the 99 gets him back. Fighting off a 4, coming to the line. Oh, that was close. Back and forth, back and forth. This is what Sam wants to hear, and this is what 100 grand does not want to see. Nowhere for the 518 to go here as we ride on the left front. Grandy trying to wind it up here. Does he think about it? I don't know. Nope, just couldn't get the run, man. For a second, I'm telling you, Grandy was like, if I can do this, I'll send it 3 wide. But just can't get there. Those guys in front, side by side, going to war. 2 laps to go. Dan McLaren. That is not Dan. That's the 210 of Barry Wallace and Adam Flieger. I thought that 210 kind of running the McLaren colors there. Got me all messed up here as the white flag waves one more trip around. The Samaconda. He's got this one locked up, but now the battle for second is on. Final time through 3 and 4. Look at the battle there for P2. It's Bachman, Robert, Giroux, Grandy was to the main, Wislowski, McLaren, Flieger, Wallace, and Alvey to the B. What a battle there for P2 in the high side. Just proving to be the place to be here. Coming out of 4. And we'll have to see if that sticks that way or if we maybe see a little bit of change here as we take a look at the starting lineup for your 3rd and final heat race. For your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds, row 4 to the top shelf. The 397 of Alex Pomerleau to the inside, the 280 of Scissors, Jeff Sharp. Row 3 to the high side, the 017 of Shane Billings to the inside, the 7 of Bob DeGood. Row 2 to the top shelf. That's 7-9 of Dino. Dean Reynolds to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale in row 1 for your third and final heat race to the outside, the 23 of William Watson, and starting on the pole, the 028 of Joe Massow. The cars roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. We look to the sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch that dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Oh, Massow tightened up there. Watson to the lead. Dino, here he comes. He's hiking 3 wide on the top shelf. Vitale throws the slider. Now he's stuck in the middle. Back and forth, back and forth. Vitale sandwiched there in between the 2 pieces of bread. Oh, nowhere to go. They beat, they bang. Vitale somehow keeps her going, but he lost a bunch of spots. Massow may be the big winner here if he can hold off that 79 of Dean Reynolds. As he does shut the door, Dino gonna have to fall in line here, lick the paws, try to find another way. 5 laps left to play. Battle on there for the 4th and final transfer. That's Alex Pomerleau through the slider. Here comes Shane Billings in the 1-7. Working the inside here. Trying to seal him off. They touch. He's got it at the line. Billings can't complete the slide job. They go back side by side. Got to do it this time. Can he? Alex Pomerleau trying to cut back underneath. 2 laps to go. Can't get there. Dino shopping the basement here for 3rd as we click the wrong car. There's the 79 coming to 2 laps to go. I just don't know. He's going to try to work it, but man, you want to wind these things up. He does. Goes to the outside. Now he builds it up. Look at Dean. Hammer down, top shelf. Move that 79 to P2 as the white flag waves. One more trip around for the man up front, William Watson, who has absolutely dominated here in heat race number 3. Final time off of 4. William takes the checkered flag here in heat race number 3. Reynolds, Massow, Billings to the A, Pomerleau, Vitale, DeGood, and Sharp to the B. All right, so should be taking 12 cars here. We have 14, so let's take a look at the starting lineup. Row 7 to the top shelf, that 096 of Chris Alvey to the inside, the 207 of Terry Walters. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 280 of Jeff Sharp to the inside, the 210 of Barry Wallace. Row 5 on the high side, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 7 of Bob DeGood. Row number 4 to the outside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. On the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 3 to the outside, the 213 of Michael Vitale to the inside, the 88 of Dan McLaren. The 011 of Randall Dixon lines up on the outside of row 2 to his inside, the 397 of Alex Pomerleau. In row 1 for tonight's Hawks Garage 358 Modified B main to the outside, the 25 of Brett Wislowski, and starting on the pole, the 55 of Brian Orr Sr. As the Steve King Foundation pace car set to pull off, we've got 10 laps to take, 12 drivers to the A main as the green flag waves. We're underway. 3 wide right away for second there, and we got a blinker in the 25 of Wislowski. Not what you want to see there, but everything settles down early. Meanwhile, Barry Wallace, he's in the battle. He moves himself into 11th, which Jeff Sharp into that 12th and final transfer spot. He now works under the 513 of Jeff Barker. Jeff Barker moves on the bubble here, and Chris Alvey. Oh, Jeff Sharp over the tires on the inside. He loses out here. Bob the Good now goes around after some contact. No cautions here in the B main. And Terry Walters puts himself in that 12th and final transfer. Almost 3 wide there for second. Once again, as you just want to tap these boys on the helmet. Tell them you're in the show. Behave. We got plenty of playtime after this. But they continue to move and groove, trying to make it work here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Alex Pomerleau continues to take peeks here under Wazlowski, who we've seen is just blinking every now and then. But, man, it's enough that it's got to start to get annoying there for Alex. Because you're trying to set things up, and see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's almost perfect timing. There's one more little blink there, and it does that too many times. iRacing will send you to the pits now, so you got to watch out here. Adam Flieger, he moves himself, or gets shuffled back, I should say, there for a quick moment to that final transfer spot. He's getting way loose up top. A little too much loud pedal there for the 38 machine. 3 wide for the lead, only for a moment, but Wazlowski taking a peek here as the white flag waves one more trip around. Can he find a way to get around the 55, or can Mr. Wednesday Night hold on the inside? He shuts the door. Oh! He crosses the finish line sideways. It's more. Pomerleau, Wazlowski, Vitale, Dixon, McLaren, Barker, Vecchio, Alvey, Sharp, Flieger, and Wallace to the A-Main. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you.
Almost time for the Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds to go out and play here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Let me know who you got. Let me know who you're rooting for. It is almost time to take a look That's your starting lineup. Row 12 to the outside, the 210 of Barry Wallace. To the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 11 to the top shelf, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 96 of Chris Alvey. Row 10 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. To the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row 9 to the outside, the 88 of Dan McLaren. To the inside, the 011 of Randall Dixon. To the top shelf of row number 8, the 213 of Michael Vitale. To the inside, the 25 of Brett Weslowski. Row 7 to the outside, the 397 of Alex Pomerleau. To the inside, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr. Row 6 to the outside, the 017 of Shane Billings. To the inside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Row 5 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump. To the inside, the 028 of Joe Massow. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. To the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. To the inside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 390 of Mike Brewer. To the inside, the 23 of William Watson. And row 1 for your small block modified 30-lap A-Main, brought to you by Hawks Garage. To the outside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. And starting on the pole, the 76 of the Hot Shoe, Ryland Banks. As we take a look to that Wisconsin sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your A-Main is underway. Oh, there we go. Ryland Banks off to the early lead, but Sam Bachman, where you want to be, winds up the toy off of 2. Battle for the lead at the line. It's Bachman, lap number 1. Mike Brewer trying to go up there as well. Here comes William Watson. He's going to do it different, man. He's working that inside. No yellow flag. We've got cars in the back. I'm not too sure why. Now we get one. Car goes up and over. That's Billings. And the 76 of Ryland Banks absolutely nails him. Oh, tough break there. And this started a while ago, I think. Oh, yeah, okay. So we've got a lot to watch here. This is lap 1, turn 1. We definitely had a big stack up. I cannot believe a caution flag didn't come out there. You can see the right front broken on that thing. It's not turning. So he's got to kind of go slow here. And, oh. Man, tough break there for Billings. That's just, caution flag should have flew right away. It didn't. That's just tough break for those guys. And the first caution of the night here is in the books. So I think we may be going back green this time. No, they extended it. Grabbed the yellow flag for us. Oh, we got Pop. And now, okay, so Paul, obviously, rooting for Trevor. Now, is this Pops? Is this Mr.? Now, okay, I clearly, if you have to ask your son. When I say this, I'm joking, so please don't be upset. But there's a broadcaster on here that calls him this, but are you Mr. Gearix? Like, are you Father Gearix? As the green flag waves, we are back underway. Sam got it wound up. Here comes the 76, man. That was hard contact with Billings, but it looks like everything's okay. He rolled the wall there just fine. Everything looking good. Let's take a peek back here through the field. Let's go right back there. Uncle Ron saw it, so did I. 3 wide for P2. Let him know, Mike. Here he goes, sends it up. Saw job. Mike Brewer climbing up the boards. Here we go. Billy Roberts thinking about making it 3 wide there in that 99 machine as he takes a peek to the inside. We are 3 wide. Banks goes up, almost grabs the outside wall. Watson still in the middle. Banks now does clip the outside wall. Still hangs on. He's got Dino trying to will that thing on by as the yellow flag waves. Oh, they are heating up here. I'm thinking this is for the 38. Got a couple. SDK giving us a couple options, though. Yeah, there was a little bit of contact, but then I'm not too sure, he maybe panicked, didn't want to come down on anybody, and it looked like he just kind of ripped that thing up the racetrack here. Yeah, he probably pedaled it there, and that's when it grabbed coming out of the corner, and then will sadly car up high. 2 cars up high. That's going to happen, though. Just a little bit of contact there, middle of the corner. You punch that thing again. Here we go. Let's see what happens between... Well, now, 1, 2, 3. You can see it there proudly on the side. FTM. 1, 2, 3. They are teammates. Let's see how they decide to race each other here. Plenty of laps left to play here. Green flag waves. We're back underway. So far, so good. Play pretty nice here. Williams stays wound up on the bottom. But, man, no breathing room for him to slot in front of Banks. That's what he wanted, I can tell you. Williams does not want to be hung down there. No chance. I mean, the racer in him, he is dying to get upstairs and pound that fence. But right now has to commit to the inside. Doesn't want to make a too aggressive move. Now Brewer, maybe he's going to say, oh, I told you William wanted upstairs, but now Brewer's got to try the bottom. He says, that's where Sammy is. I can't go where Sammy is. I got to go where Sammy is not. It just wouldn't work, though. Now he's going to get back in line here behind his teammate in the 007 as we are 2, 3 wide. Dino gets sandwiched up the racetrack in that 79. Now he's got his teammate in the 51 behind him. That's Clay Christopherson. Here comes $100,000. 3 wide, taking a peek in the basement. Oh, boy, we're rubbing, we're racing. Let's go up top here. I mean, look at that. 3 wide everywhere you can see. These guys are making this racetrack work as Grandy clips the tires on the inside. Caution flag waves. One more time, and it's looking like it may involve the 88 here of Dan McLaren. You can see, he's one of the drivers there. He is 3 wide. Oh, yep. He just gets run over from behind there by the 213 and nowhere for Billings to go. McLaren loses the right front. And just some contact there, center of the corner. Brings us to caution number 3 here. Lights stay on the pace car. And we'll go around at least one more time. So let's see here. I'll show you. Let's look at gains here. Can I find that? Where am I? Take a look at your biggest movers here. You see a couple +3s, couple +4s, and then that one +5. Wallace started dead on the shotgun on the field. He's up 5 spots, so it's been difficult here to pass tonight. That was the point of showing that graphic. I mean, we see a lot more movement than that, but Cedar Lake, man, it can be tricky if you can't get to that line where you need to be. Oh, watch out, pace car. We're back underway. Oh, Watson in the fence. That's not what he wanted. Billy Roberts does, though. He moves that 099 on by, and we've still got time here. 3 wide, Banks in the wall. Banks muscled to the outside here. He loses one. He loses a bunch. He goes down pit road. Oh, what can Mikey B do here? I mean, look at those two under the blanket for the lead. He wants to get a little closer here, looking for a snuggle through 3 and 4. The 390. Oh, man, Bachman kicked him out of the covers here, said no way. As we're good at clicking the wrong camera here. This is the one we want. Brewer inch into the inside here. Clay Christopherson. He was able to work around Dean Reynolds, move the 51. Inside the top 5, Mossow, Giroux, they battle side by side. Or excuse me, Gearix on the outside. I mispronounced it. Oh, Dino was in the wall there. He lost a couple. Able to pull it back down and settle it down here, but man, it's a tricky racetrack. Here we go, Mike Brewer! Oh, man, Billy Roberts there. We do get a caution flag. Let's take a look here and see what happened to the 99. If I can find it. There we go. Now, Bachman, obviously, he wanted to cut down here, but it looked like... Yeah, so he's got, I don't know what happened to that. Now, you know, is Bachman going to come down for sure? But this race car, we hadn't seen that happen to him. Just watch the wheels. He tightens up. That thing pushes up. You can watch it bounce up the racetrack. And by that point, we were going to make contact. Grandy hits him pretty hard as well. You got to wonder what kind of damage that did to the nose of the 518. He did stay out there, so. A little crumpled. In the front here is, oh. That's right, Allison. You raced in the Powder Puff race we put on. That's Mike's lovely, I believe, fiance, right, Allison? I don't want to say girlfriend. I know that used to tick off my wife. I let that slip up. But I would say girlfriend instead of fiance. But hey, you know, it's the point. As the green flag waves, we're back underway, and man, that caution couldn't have came at a better time there for Bachman. Was able to hold on to the lead. Can he hold on for 11 more laps? Battle on for the bottom step of the podium here. This is between teammates. Clay Christopherson working that inside. William Watson barrel hot on the top. Putt. Oh, man, just milking the cow down there on the bottom, going low and slow. That 51 moves up the P3 at the line. Uh-oh, cue the Jaws music. Here comes Mike Brewer. He has got the chickens gathered up, and, man, they're ready to hatch here. Or the eggs, excuse me. The chicken's already hatched. Jeez, I blew that one up. It's coming to 7 laps to go. Can the 007 hold on? William Watson. He left him a lane. Thought he was going to throw the slide job. They're side by side here. Battle for the bottom step of the podium once again. Dean Reynolds winding it up here. Grandy throws it up in front of him. He drives it in deep, trying to go for a hike. Lots of back and forth, hard battling all over the racetrack. Giroux on the outside, Moore on the bottom. That's Vitale, Dixon in a side-by-side. Oh, here we go! We are racing up here for the lead, side-by-side, 4 laps left to play. Let him hear it, Allison. Slide job for the lead. Oh, not again for Brewer. Oh, he's going to smash this computer. I'm telling you, look at him. Oh, man, another yellow flag. And you're talking about hiding the horseshoe. Sammy, he's got a pretty big one in it. He may be sore after where I think he hid this thing. Because, I mean, luck out the you-know-what here for the 007 as they touch in front of Dan McLaren. Dan just tries to lock it up, keep it off the 210, and that was enough to bring out the caution. But Dan did a great job of, honestly, minimizing what could have been pretty bad there. And boy, oh boy. Oh, okay, I'm confusing you with Chrissy. All right, there we go, Allison. All right. Well, I mean, Mike will tell you, I think, you know, me and him may share some of the same habits, you know, whenever we're in our downtime. And that maybe does a number to one's memory, you know, in the short term. So my apologies for that. Because ignore that white flag, too. Caution laps don't count. That will reset. I think we'll have 3 laps left to go when we get the green flag, I believe. Maybe 2, but I think 3. So I think we were on 4 to go. But I could be wrong. So we're going to watch that Steve King Foundation pace car muscle off. And Bachman with a great restart. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough for Brewer to trim back down here in 3 laps. But if anybody can do it, it's going to be that 390 machine. He has had a lot of pace here. Bachman trying to go up, grab the cushion. 2 laps left to go. Clay Christopherson, he says, hey, don't forget about me down here. He wants in this thing. But Brewer going to have to let the horses off the reins here. Absolutely unleash the beast. White flag waves. Final time around. Slide job. He throws it up. Bachman comes back underneath. Can he do it one more time? Bachman runs the middle. Brewer on the bottom, side by side off of 4. It's Samuel Bachman winning race number 1 here in your Hawks Garage. 358 modifieds. Mike Brewer, P2 with a heck of a battle. And Clay Christopherson rounding out the Full Throttle Motorsports podium. As William Watson says, hey, I came on P4. Let's call it a Full Throttle Motorsports top 4. We indeed will. Good run for the boys here. And well, you see Joseph Grandy there. He caps out your top 5. So let's just go ahead. We'll shut this down. We'll shut her down. And we'll let's bring up the results here. Oh, shame on me. I changed that today. I didn't make this 20 yet. Oh, my God. I changed everything else but this. Shame on me. So we'll look at the 13 at a time here. Dean Reynolds coming on P6. Joe Mosshouse 7th. Harold Klump 8th. Brian Moore Sr. 9th. Randall Dixon rounds out your top 10. Go ahead, scroll this a while here. The Philly Flyer, Michael Vitale, Alex Pomerleau, Shane Billings, Chris Alvey, 15th. Wazlowski, Roberts, Barker, Wallace, Flieger, your top 20. And the rest of your field, Sharp, McLaren, Banks, and Vecchio here at the Cedar Lakes Speedway. Let's go back to that longer green flag run here, and well, we'll see if we can't get a word or two here with the boys. The Full Throttle Motorsports gang. Unmute myself on the Discord so they will be able to hear me, and we'll go ahead and Pull up the most talkative man in the Full Throttle Motorsports team, Clay Christopherson. Shaggy, brother, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, this is just one of those races that obviously, man, it went the way you needed it to. We had that long green flag run, guys fighting for the outside, and when they're doing that, you're going to go somewhere else, man, and you seem to make it work. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, 3 and 4 felt really good on the bottom. 1 and 2 was a little sketchy. It was working at first, but that fell off pretty quick. Middle was all right too, but yeah, 3 and 4 on the bottom tires. That's where I was getting all the speed, and I felt like I was hovering over the tires a couple times.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, though, because honestly, I thought, I guess you kind of maybe a tad better in 3 and 4, but I mean, you did mention there in the beginning, I mean, track kind of changed, but it seemed like, man, the bottom in 1 and 2, if you could hit it right, I mean, maybe it was tricky, but boy, oh boy, I mean, it was, you could grab it down there, Clay. I mean, you weren't the only one. If you could hit it correctly in 1 and 2, it seemed like you could get almost a car length on that guy.
Yeah, I think I used that to get alongside of Bart there before I did the slider in 3. And I mean, it had the drive. You could come off the corner pretty good. But yeah, if you hit that little bump, it kind of got you a little too sideways in the middle. And I mean, you could still get away with it, but you wouldn't gain anything.
Well, man, in week number 1 here, Dino kind of messed it up for you guys. He clipped that outside wall, or you would have had 1 through 5 again. But I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty dang good here for the Full Throttle Motorsports gang. Congratulations on P3. You got anybody you want to thank, Clay?
You guys for putting this on. All the guys at FTM and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
Well, hell of a job, brother. You're going to come out. Okay, now actually, give me an honest answer here, because I know you'll run the bottom. Oh, I guess you don't have to give it to me honest, but guys are going to, this is one of the tracks where people will think about bringing the small block back out, right?
Yeah, we're leaving our car on the trailer and just joining the session. So
okay, yeah,
we're gonna probably be, by the looks of it, we are the only 358. So
okay,
we're gonna be the little engine that could.
Yeah, but you don't like qualifying anyway, so it'll hopefully come around in the feature. So yeah,
you're learning me, Shaggy.
Yeah, it works out for you. Good luck, brother.
Thank you, sir.
And now we're going to bring up the man who, Jesus, I'll tell you what, you're going to have to search that teammate of yours for where that good luck charm hidden is, brother, or where it's hidden, brother, because every time we watch this thing, throw the slide job, make the move, yellow flag waves. I know your teammate wins, so, it stings a little less, but man, that's good. It's got to sting, doesn't it, Mike?
A little bit, because it works so hard to get that momentum up, and then I finally throw it, and then I, don't even make a lap, and then the yellow comes out, right? And I didn't really think much of it. Yeah, it sucked, but then the second one, I was like, "Are you serious?" What luck!
Yeah, and we saw the "Are you serious?" moment whenever we were focused on your car. You just slammed the brakes, jerked it up to the right, 3 and 4 to let him go by, and man, I was voicing your thoughts for you, I think, of what you were feeling at that moment. But man, at the end of the day, we're thinking you're probably going to be able to, come out here and compete for points. You'll make most of the races this season, right? I mean, coming off P2 to start, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm going to focus on that, because I really haven't committed, well, ever since I started this league, to run for points, but I feel pretty confident the way that I'm running that I think I could give these guys a shot for it, and I'm going to give it my best. So,
well, man, you did that tonight. You look good. Clearly, it's one of those things where Sam's going to tell me this because he's an honest man, but, not all the fastest car doesn't always win. And it sucks sometimes, but, man, tonight you got to wear that hat. But at the end of the day, man, I called Allison, your fiance, because I messed her up. So your cousin was your cousin was chiming in tonight. You had Uncle Ron as always. So man, you had all your fans watching. But hell of a job, Mike. Congratulations on the P2. Who you want to thank?
Oh, Uncle Ron there at Hawks Garage for sponsoring the league. You absolutely, man, killer job. Appreciate you broadcasting Shaggy TV. All the guys over there at FTM, Expert Installation, Swan Speed Shop, everybody out there watching.
Well, man,
Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly.
There you go. I was going to say, I even gave you a little bit extra time. I'm like, dude, I mentioned her for you. A hell of a
Right?
job, Mike. Congratulations. Hopefully, well, I asked Clay,
Mhm.
because, he's one of those guys, he likes the small block here. Are you going to run it, or do you want the power?
No, I want the power. I don't know how many of us join, but I think we're gonna need that extra bit of power. I could be wrong, but
That's a good point. I don't really think about that, but yeah, you won't get the amount of
Mhm.
cars or the track wear that we had in this one. So yeah, that's
yeah.
probably a good choice here, Mike. That's what I'd do too, but I'm an idiot, so I mean, take that for note. But congratulations, brother. Hopefully, I'm talking to you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mike Brewer bringing home P2, and man, he just couldn't keep it around the whip here, Sammy. I don't know what you did tonight, who you were praying to, but brother, it worked. And you're the first person to admit here when somebody's better than you. But hey, you get the points for the win. That's all that matters. Congrats on kicking off week 1 the way you needed to.
Yeah, it's definitely the way we want to start the season. But I mean, felt like Mike was pretty fast, pretty much faster than me or whatever. But I knew it was going to be hard to pass if he was going to be throwing sliders on me in 1 and 2. So I was just kept running that slider in 3 and 4 because I just know if they ever can throw a slider on you, you always get a good run coming out of 4 or whatever. So I was just trying to run my line and keep her straight and not get into the wall.
Yeah. No, obviously, if it's me under you, I'm going to race you a little harder through 3 and 4 on that final lap. When you missed the bottom, okay, you didn't miss it by much, but you did. Did you think that Mike was going to come in and, maybe feed you a little bit? Did you expect some contact there?
Oh, to be honest, I actually wasn't trying to really go for the bottom. I was just trying to go for the middle. And I did hear him coming or whatever. I looked up in my mirror and seen him. I was like, oh, dang, here he's coming. But no, I thought I had a good shot at keeping it or whatever, doing that line.
Well, man,
But I was a little worried.
Yeah, but the big difference was what I was about to say is, man, you nailed that restart. You kind of caught him sleeping there, got a good jump, and with only 3 laps to go at that point, as well as I do, it's yours to lose. And man, you hung on just enough, and you start the season with a big win. Congratulations, Sammy. Who we want to thank on? I'm going to pick on Dean one more time because I picked on him in Clay's, but you would have had the 1 through 5 if Dino didn't clip that wall. But 1 through 4 tonight, pretty good for the team.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's always good when you can get a bunch of us up there in the top 10 and top 5 or whatever. So, yeah, congratulations to those guys. I mean, it's pretty hard this league's it's getting pretty tough or whatever now. You got a lot of good guys in here, so we can all finish up front. Feels pretty good.
Well, hey, you got anybody you want to shout out before you get out of here?
Oh, yeah, all the boys over at FTM, Garnet Swan Speed Shop. He's been really working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dark Car Series, Expert Installation, Shaggy TV, Vertex Graphics, Coast to Coast for putting this on, and Mike, Clay, and everybody else for having a good race.
Well, hey, good luck in the Expert Installation Big Block Modifieds. Give them hell, brother.
I will, sir. Thank you.
Sammy Bachman bringing home the win here in your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. We step away for a quick minute or two, and then we load up right back here. Some drivers going to keep this car out on the racetrack. Some will upgrade to the big block. We'll see if it does indeed turn out to be an upgrade, or maybe Clay can catch him sleeping here. And the longer I talk, the more that racetrack gets beat up. We'll step away once again here for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network here with your expert insulation. Big block / small block modifieds here at the Cedar Lake Speedway, 23 drivers are in the session. So as of now, won't need a B main. We'll have a pretty big field though, so it's good to see here for week number 1. And you guys may have noticed, you were like, why did the numbers get thicker? Well, it's because I was screwing around with some stuff here. And I honestly may screw around with it a little more. I feel like that's too big a white. Just a button that I have here. No, see, then that's... Can't find the happy median. Let's see here. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll let it ride. Caution flag. No caution yet. Checkered flag waves. All right, nice. Grandy made it back in. I was just on my way to check the Coast to Coast chat. Grandy made it back in. See, if you notice, I let the video run almost 2 times. Was that because maybe I had to pee? Possibly. There's a chance of that, you know. But we'll never know. As the John Deere Green 011 machine pulls out on the racetrack, Randall Dixon set to drop the opening salvo here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Actually, Jeff Sharp passed him. Sorry, you know the deal. Whoever gets that first lap in, that's who gets it first. And it's going to be scissors here. He comes across the stripe. Jeff Sharp. Going to be P3. Randall Dixon says, you should have stayed on me. I was quick time, Shaggy. What were you thinking? I don't know. What was I thinking? Well, I was thinking William Watson was going to take it anyways with a 13.537 to 23 machine. Crosses the line for the final time. Does he improve? No, he does not. Slows down a little bit there, lap number 2. Trevor Giroux comes across P3. Mike Brewer, P2 in that 390 machine. Here we go. Clay Christopherson in the small block. Still qualifying P7. Good lap there for the 051, and I'm telling you, that's going to turn some heads. That will turn some heads. Doing that in the small block. Man, if this track keeps dusting off here, that may be the car to be in here. Good and Wazlowski have not put in a time. Watson, Brewer, Giroux, Grandy, Bachman, your top 5. You switch Giroux and Dino, And I mean, those are the top 5 finishers, not in that order, but those are the top 5 finishers. Or no, actually, yeah, because Watson got P4. Yep. So, I mean, the speed's translating here. Get ready to take a look. Starting lineup, heat race number 1. Running up the field to the high side, row 4, the 25 of Brett Weslowski to the inside, the double nickel of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. Row 3 to the high side, the 147 of Michael Vecchio to the inside, the 88 of Dan McLaren. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 23 of William Watson to the inside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. And row 1 for heat race number 1 for your expert installation. Big block modifieds to the outside, the 051 in the small block, Clay Christopherson. And starting on the pole, the 017 of Shane Billings. Final time around here in Wisconsin before we get set to go play here. Steve King Foundation pace car set the pool off, and Shane Billings will drop the hammer when the green flag waves. As we look to the sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Ooh, McLaren almost got into the left rear of the 518 of Grandy. Grandy has a good run. McLaren falls back to 5th here. Watson trying to maybe take a peek underneath his teammate here. He's got all that power. He doesn't want to get bogged down in a straight line behind that 51. And you can see Clay very good here through the center of the corner, able to find the grip there with that little bit less power. But it's the end of the straightaway here where the 051's going to pay for it. We're 3 wide. Grandy giving up on that, realizing Clay too good there in the middle. I mean, Grandy got to wind it up here, try to be the bad boy, go to the outside as the top 4 pulling away. Like we say, though, top 4 doesn't really matter here. Everybody going to make the main. Clay Christopherson pulling to the inside here, the 051. Making Billings sweat here. He's got 3 laps to hold him off. McLaren's got to wound up on the outside. He's trying to pull away from Brian Moore Sr., but Brian keeps taking big swings here. But to no avail, McLaren pulling away. Watson walking on the bottom here, trying to see what he can do down low. Grandy to his outside. Him and Watson touch. They bang. White flag waves for Shane Billings. Can he hold off Clay Christopherson? He goes down to protect. Final time. Off of 4. It's going to be Billings. Putt-putt. Grandy, Watson, McLaren, Moore, Weslowski, and Vecchio. Get ready here. We'll pull up the starting lineup for heat race number 2. Row 4 to the top shelf. Bob the Good in the 7 to the inside. The 89 of Mason Hyde. Row 3 to the outside. The 35 of Harold Klump to the inside. The 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 2 to the outside. The 390 of Mike Brewer to the inside. The 007 of the Sam Akonda. Sam Bachman in row 1. For your expert installation big block modified heat race number 2. To the outside, the 099 of Billy Robertson starting on the pole. The 79 of Dean Reynolds. Waiting on Bob to Good here, but he didn't qualify, so I don't think we're going to have Bob, so I'm going to be patient here. I'm going to grab a drink really quick. And by a drink, I mean the most insanely, you wouldn't think a human could take a bite of a chicken patty that big. But my wife made dinner, and I am starving smelling that chicken patty. So there's a good chance we ate almost half of it in one bite. There's a solid chance. I don't know. But if we were to measure, there's a solid chance of it. After this feature, or I mean before this feature and warm-ups, that chicken patty does not stand a chance. As we get ready to look at that Wisconsin sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Oh, Billy goes up the racetrack. Oh, man, Brewer there. He gets pushed or almost goes around. Able to straighten it out, though, but that allows the top 4 to absolutely pull away. Dino leads the way, pounds the outside, his teammate. The 358 modified winner in the 007 trying to find a way around. Bachman in the outside wall. He's going to lose a couple there. Billy Roberts goes on by. So does Michael Vitale. Dean Reynolds can't make any mistakes here. He's used to having his teammates behind him. But now we got 2 LFM drivers right there. P2. Actually, Billy Roberts, he may not be a Leadfoot Mafia driver. They're just buddies, I think, now that I'm actually looking at the race cars. Coming to 3 laps to go. Mike Brewer caught back up to the front 4 here. He is absolutely barreled down, but he's running out of time. That's going to be his problem. He's not going to want to drive his teammate too hard here with only 2 laps to go. Billy may just be laying in the weeds here, just stalking Dino as we come to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Can the 79 hold on? Rolls the inside through 1 and 2. Just continues to be smooth. And Dino making no mistakes at all through 3, off of 4. Give it to Dean Reynolds, Roberts, Vitale, Bachman, Brewer, Hine, Klump, and DeGood. Third and final heat race here. For our expert installation big block modified. Sorry. I guess Adam just doesn't. What did I just turn on there? In the bottom right. I'm not even kidding. I have no idea what I just turned on. Oh, I turned on the battle box somehow. Jesus. I almost had a heart attack over that. I was like, what did I push? Well, like I was saying, Adam Flieger, he's in this race. I guess, it just doesn't want to risk it broadcasting because I looked at the messages. He asked me to broadcast the late models. That's why I was just a little shocked to see him in here. But Terry Walters rounds out the field. Row 3 to the outside, the 513 of Jeff Barker to the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 075 of Trevor Gearix to the inside, the 011 of Randall Dixon. And row 1 for heat race number 3 to the outside, the 397 of Alex Pomerleau. And starting on the pole, the 280 of Scissors, Jeff Sharp. Watch that pace car. Motor off there. Oh, listen to that baby purr. And now we take a look to that Wisconsin sky. The green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Here comes Gearix here. He's cracking the whip on the outside, trying to wind it up. Meanwhile, 1 and 2, single file. Randall Dixon continues to try to take peaks down low in that John Deere green 011 machine. Pomerleau rolling around P2, inches closer there to Jeff Sharp, but not close enough. But, I mean, the big thing for him right now is I think he's close enough to where he can defend from the 75 of Trevor Giroux, because if he leaves a big gap like this, oh boy, I thought the Philly Flyer was maybe going to try to send it up the racetrack, but he pulled back the reins here, settled down the horse. But I'm telling you, you're going to invite that 075 to do that here. Oh, baby. Side-by-side battle for P2. Coming to the line, 3 to go. That's what Jeff Sharp wants to hear. Side-by-side behind. But oh, no, he doesn't want to look down and see the Philly Flyer down there. Trevor making it work on that inside battle for the lead. He slides up the racetrack. Can't put it in front of the 028. They almost touch. He's got enough, though, this time. Sends Jeff up the hill, packing. The Philly Flyer leads it with the white flag waving. Final time into 3. The 75 sees that checkered flag waving, and he wins. He raced number 3, followed by Sharp, Pomerleau, Dixon, Barker, Flieger, and Walters. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
You're tuned in, Shaggy TV, where pressure talks and mistakes scream. From flag to flag, no filter clean. Truth in the call, uncut, unseen. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV.
Oh no, Maverick Seidel, outside wall. Oh, trying to ruin my camera, DJ. You promised me to be safe. Beating and banging him.
No polish here, no pretty disguise. Just rubber, steel, and truth in real time. When the moment hits, the signal's free. World tuned in, it's Shaggy TV.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and it's almost time to go play in your expert insulation. Big block modifieds here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Let's get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup. Rounding out the field, the 7 of Bob the Good, row 11 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio to the inside, the 207 of Terry Walters. Row 10 to the top shelf, the 35 of Harold Klump to the inside, the 25 of Brett Wislowski. Row 9 to the outside, the 38 of Adam Flieger to the inside, the 89 of Mason Hine. Row 8 to the top shelf, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row 7 to the top shelf, the 390 of Mike Brewer to the inside, the 88 of Dan McLaren. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 011 of Randall Dixon to the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 23 of William Watson to the inside, the 397 of the Canadian, Alex Pomerleau. Row 4 to the high side, the 213 of Michael Vitale to the inside, the 518 of $100,000. Joseph Grandy. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 280 of Jeff Sharp to the inside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. Row 2 to the tippy top, the 051 of Clay Christopherson to the inside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. And row 1 for your expert insulation, big block modified A main to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds, and starting on the pole, the 017 of Shea Billings. As we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, we look to the Wisconsin sky. The green flag is high. Baby, let's watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your A-main's underway. Shane Billings with a good jump there to start off, but the Philly Flyer trying to take peeks on the bottom. Meanwhile, Dino high wide. Oh, man. But he gets the door slammed shut in his face. Now he stops the pedal to the metal here. Kicks off the wall, but we got a new leader. Low and slow. That's the way the 075 is going to go. New leader here officially. 2 laps in the books. We're side by side here for second. Clay Christopherson, welcome to the party. Started 4th, shopping for second. Move the 051 on up, and I'm telling you, he's bargain hunting here. I mean, he's got way less horsepower than everybody else. He is doing it where the other guys can't. Jeff Sharp on the outside of William Watson. They battle side by side. There's contact in front, Vitale and Grandy. Watson somehow threads the needle here. He goes around. Vitale punches him in the rear end. There's contact. Vitale goes around. Michael Vitale goes around, and have to see what happened here to the 213. So you could see there the original contact with him and Grandy. And Watson snuck on by. It looked like there, yeah, I mean, he gave him a punch into that corner, and that's what, I mean, bobbled the 213 up that, you know, there, it was for force 3 wide. Nothing Bachman could really do. He gets into the back of him. I believe that was Pomerleau on the bottom. It was. And, you know, just that initial contact, unsettling the car, that's what got him into trouble there. And tough break for Vitale. Tell you what, though, Paul, if your son didn't tell you my idea for what to do with your drywall company here coming up next, you know, I don't want to say it out loud here because I don't want to spoil your gravy train that you're going to run into from my idea. But, you know, just ask him about it. And I'm telling you, when you start making millions, you know, you can shovel some over my way. Maybe just get me a graphics card. We'll see. So we were 1 to green there. Field was already doubled up, but they didn't like something, so we're going to go around one more time here. Now we'll hear the pace car wind it up, and it's on the Philly Flyer. He decides to spray some clay. We're back underway. Clay Christopherson going where he needs to. He doesn't want to go up there. Yeah, there we go. Now he goes down to the bottom. Going to slam the door on the 99. Billy Roberts holding on to that third and final podium spot. We're 2-3 wide behind. Bachman in the outside wall. Dino was almost in the middle there, 3 wide. He's got Watson underneath. I mean, this is unbelievable. Everywhere you look here, there's hard racing. Brewer thought about shoving that in there, almost 4 wide. Hang on, Mikey. They're 3 wide in front. Bachman and Vitale touch, they bang. Bachman goes up and eats some fence here. Billings in the outside wall. Dino punches him. Nowhere Dino could go. Billings goes around. Caution flag waves. William Watson hard in the inside fence as well. May have had a couple different crashes here, to be honest with you. Oh, okay, no. So it was just he got caught up in that Billings deal. Okay. That wasn't as hard on the inside wall as I originally thought either, but let's see. We could kind of see, but it looked like Billings just, yep, going to drive it in there a little too deep. You can see that tire track, and nobody's gone up that high yet. He goes up there, eats the outside wall. Dino comes up. He's trying to pull the reins on the horses here, but can't get her woed up in time. And caution flag waves. You guys are hearing all that BS in the background of my overlay. Because, dang it, I did not reset it after that last race here. We're 1 to green. It's working for now. I'll let it go. But if it would funk up here, well, I know the fix. Steve King Foundation pace car set to pull off, and we get ready to go back underway. 3rd restart of the night here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. 18 laps left to go. Excuse me, 20. Changes on us. I thought this one stayed. I didn't think this one changed. Dino. Oh, working the inside. We're 4 wide. Grandy goes up. Clay may not know that that was contact between him and Dean that sent him up there. So Clay's going to run him a little lower there on corner entry. Somehow, though, they make it work. Grandy looking like $1 million right now in that 518. Oh, Brewer, hang on to her, brother Mikey. He keeps it straight, hard contact for the 011 of Randall Dixon. Caution flag finally does fly. And it will be, I don't know who's going to get charged with this. We watched Dixon nail this outside wall. And yeah, you could see, I mean, there's nowhere for him to go, but it starts up here. And this is, I mean, you know, they just meet in the middle, but I mean, I can't really put too much blame on Pomerleau there. He's got a guy underneath him, you know, he can't go up too much higher. Vitale kind of trying to run that cut down here and just starts to stack up behind. And the lights are off, so we're going back green this time by. With that being our 3rd caution, we will be single file here the rest of the way. So still more than 10 laps to go, but single file for other reasons. Here is the green flag wave. We're back underway. Clay going right back to the inside where he feels comfortable. Meanwhile, Grandy, he's thinking about doing the same here. He rolls the middle into 3 battle on for 2nd. But Billy Roberts goes down, slams the door shut. Gonna leave a little lane for Grandy off at 2, but it's not enough to build up any steam. So Grandy says, Fine, you want to run the bottom? I'll go up here, and he's got to do the opposite. That's just what you got to do, man. Billy doing a good job here, kind of planting that car there, middle of the racetrack. So Grandy gonna have to find another way around as the Philly Flyer continues to lead the way here. 14 laps to go for the man who we have not really spoke anything about. That's probably a good thing here from Mr. Giroux. He wants his name out of this. Just keep it quiet. Stay up at the front. Dino trying to work around his teammate for P4, Clay Christopherson. Remember, he's in the small block, so less power than everybody else for the most part. I don't know who else decided to run a small block. But Mike Brewer, man, talk about a charge up 7 spots. Harold Klump up 11 as well in that 35 machine. Caution flag waves, and we're wrecking after the caution flag here. That's Brian Moore Sr. and Dan McLaren. Dan able to keep it straight. Dan, yeah, going to rev at him. I might have too after that. It probably may not have been the happiest camper. Now, we saw these guys make contact before. No, it was the opposite last time. Battalion came down into Pomerleau. This time, Alex said, well, you know, I'm going to get you back here. And, well, Vitali just drove in there and straight lined him and took him back out. So that's the caution. And as Ron says it, I guess, shouldn't have said it just like that. But, man, dude, I call it how I see it. That's what happened. And, you know, he came down across the 35 there to make sure he could do it. But, I mean, yeah, was it aggressive from Pomerleau? For sure. But when, you know, you go back and watch before, you kind of cutting down on him. I mean, actually, yeah, I mean, you know, Tally's kind of coming down there too. I mean, Pomerleau's definitely coming up. They're going to touch, but there's a bunch of racetrack up there. It's not like Pomerleau put him in the outside wall. And I could be wrong, but I think that may give someone a break here as the green flag waves. We're back underway. Dino going down to the bottom here, but just can't wind it up. And now, oh boy, here comes Bachman on the outside. Mike Brewer working the inside as well. And boy, oh boy, literal gut-busting action here right now at the Cedar Lake Speedway as maybe your boy's getting a little too big for these golf pants here. I just lost the button on them. Oh, my God. That did just happen to me. I'm a big boy, but that has never happened to me before. And then sitting here, well, I just sacrificed an old pair of shorts as Adam Fleeker goes around here for caution flag, I believe, number 5. Him in the 0-1-1. They just touch a little bit there at the end of the straightaway, and that's going to send Flieger up into the outside wall there, broken right front. Most definitely gonna need a caution flag to wave after that. Now Trevor's saying, why can't we keep this thing green here? What's the problem, boys? And you guys probably kind of think I'm joking about that button. I am not. And my cousin's an expert sewer, so I am at least trying to find said button. And this is crazy. Oh, I even lost a little weight. I just went to the doctor last week. That's like the worst time. You know, losing a little bit of weight and I still kill the pants. Oh, shame on me. Green flag waves. We're back underway. 8 laps left for the boys to play. Grandy holding on to that bottom step of the podium here, but for how long? Clay Christopherson trying to take a swing, can't get there. 7 laps to go. Giroux leading the way, no problem at all here, man. I mean, this is just, it's his race to lose. Let's see what's going on off the back here of the Philly Flyer. I mean, you can hear him just letting that thing purr. You don't want to wind it up too much. You don't want to have that slippage coming off the corner. He's definitely taking it easy, but these last couple laps, second and third, they have clawed their way back closer, but the yellow flag waves one more time. The 89 of Mason Hahn. Oh, Dan McLaren got in the outside wall, and Mason tried to keep it off of him. But get sideways. Caution flag waves. All right, let's pull up. I haven't looked at this coast-to-coast chat in a while. Yeah, Grandy saying too many yellows. I can't say the word he used, but he's basically saying too many yellows. So we'll pace around here one more time, see who's going to stand in your expert insulation. Big block modified victory lane here. It's looking like it's going to be the Philly Flyer, but all these cautions, you never know here. Anything can happen. We've had 6 yellows. We're back underway here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. 4 laps left to go here. Roberts and Giroux, they both run the bottom. First car to go to that outside is Joseph Grandy. And he's really climbing the hill there through 3 and 4, trying to wind it up. Grandy, pedal to the metal here. He gets closer to the 99 of Billy Roberts, but he is running out of time. 2 laps left to play. The Philly Flyer continues to lead the way here. Into 3, off of 4. White flag waves. We've got 1 to go. Giroux slides up, grabs the cushion, drives down the backstretch for the final time. And the Philly Flyer in a place he's pretty familiar with. Back in victory lane here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Give it to Giroux, Roberts, Grandy, your podium, Christofferson, and Bachman, your top 5. Let's go ahead and pull up these results here when it will let me. There we go. Dean Reynolds, P6, Mike Brewer, Jeff Sharp, William Watson, and Michael Vitale, your top 10. The rest of your field here, let's see. Can we score them? Yep. Okay, because we did have 23. So Randall Dixon, Jeff Barker, Alex Pomerleau, Brian Moore Sr., Harold Klump, Michael Vecchio, Brett Wazlowski, Mason Hine, Dan McLaren, Adam Flieger rounds out your top 20. Shane Billings, Terry Walters, and Bob DeGood round out the call. So let's see here. Let's go back. Let's find that. Got a little bit of a longer green flag around here. We'll see if we can't get a word here with the driver out of New York. Grandy, Shaggy in the booth, brother. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, Shaggy?
Well, I mean, you know, I couldn't say it how you said it so eloquently there in the box, but lots of cautions there towards the end, and you got to think, I mean, any chance you really had of, you know, trying to get to those two kind of all gets washed away when you need to build momentum up, you know, for about 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, it took about 4 laps to get to where I needed to be, and about every 4 laps the caution came out. So, I mean, overall, third, it ain't too bad. I felt like I was getting bullied there a little earlier in the race, and I wasn't going to have any of it, and ended up working out, getting by a couple people, and I'll take it.
Yeah, we were just watching a little bit of that. I don't think, they were doing anything too aggressive,
no,
but definitely,
purpose.
you're running there in the middle 3 wide, getting bounced around. I mean, how nerve-wracking was that? Because as well as I do, I mean, if you bounce Clay up into the wall, well, he's going to come down and turn you. If you put Dino down into the tires, he's going to bounce up and turn you. So you're in a tough spot being jammed in the middle, man. How'd you make it work?
Just tried to stay in my spot. If I end up getting bumped up into somebody, it happens. It wouldn't be my fault. And if it did happen, hopefully no one thought I did it on purpose and returned the favor. But luckily, I think they all know no one's going to do anything like that on purpose, regardless. So yeah, third place. Was hoping those cautions weren't coming out, but they did, and it is what it is. Part of racing.
Yeah, it definitely, wasn't anything aggressive from Dino there, but we caught that live, him bumping you up a little bit there and then you getting into Clay. So hopefully when he sees that, Clay sees that, that'll clear the air for you here. But definitely good, hard racing, man. Congratulations on the podium. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I ate it over at Raise the Bar, Catalytic Recovery, Hinkle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highline Cinematography, Reckless Raps, Shaggy TV, girlfriend Olivia, and who sponsors the big blocks?
Expert Insulation.
I'd like to thank them, all the guys at Coast to Coast, and you, man, for broadcasting. Best broadcaster on the sim.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. You going to come out and play in the late models?
I will not. I got to run some DOB.
All right. Well, show him who's boss, brother. Good luck.
All right, later.
Joseph Grandy bringing home P3. And now we're going to bring up the man who brought home P2, Billy Roberts. Shaggy in the booth, brother. You got a copy?
I got you, Shaggy.
Man, you were another one who, you were in the Grandy camp. Every time you started to get this thing wound up just a little bit, caution flag would fly. Especially there, I want to say 2 cautions to go. I mean, dude, you were beating down Trevor's back door. I mean, it's no fun, to deal with a race like that. But at the end of the day, when you are in one like that and you can come out with P2, you got to be feeling good, right?
Oh yeah, I'm happy with P2. I was talking to Trevor about that just a minute ago. I was like, the caution's killing me. I could catch you, but caution would come out and then you'd pull away, and it's just a story of this league sometimes.
Yeah, definitely, can grow to be frustrating every now and then, but Cedar Lake, one of those difficult types of tracks, it can ask the drivers to do a lot. Now, that being said, some of them decided to come out and play with the small block, but you were in a big block, right? I looked at that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Was there any thought there at the end? I know it was thin, but did you think about trying to go up and build it up like Grandy was and try to beat the top down, or were you just committed to that middle?
No, because my spotter was telling me, one of my buddies in Discord there was telling me, Terry, that the Grandy wasn't catching me. So no, I just didn't want to get next to that wall. I didn't want it to happen to me like it happened to 358. We had a good run there, and I kind of dove under Sam, and he didn't realize that I was there. But it's just hard racing.
Yeah, man, and people trying to fight to get down or up on that wall or off the wall. It happens a lot here, especially 1 and 2. It can get nasty, but to walk out of here with a P2, man, that's a hell of a job. Congratulations. Way to start the year, Billy. You got anybody you want to thank?
All my teammates over at Left Foot Mafia, Gears Unlimited, my wife for letting me do this. Of course, you, Shaggy, for broadcasting it, and Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. And like I say, I've been telling everybody this all week, but dude, to come in week 1, when it's the fullest it's going to be, the most mayhem we're going to have, to come out with a podium, that's a great job, man. Keep the momentum rolling the rest of the way. Hopefully we're talking to you more, Billy.
I hope so.
Billy Roberts bringing home P2, and now we get to talk to the belle of the ball, Mr. Gearix himself, the Philly Flyer. Boy, oh boy, man. It was one of those things where the initial caution, let's just call it how it is, it effed you. You had a pretty big lead. They probably weren't going to be able to run you down. not without you making a mistake, but then the constant cautions, man, that kind of made you susceptible there. They were able to, see what you were doing, try to work a little bit, but then they just kept falling and you're able to hold on to it. Talk to us about those final couple laps.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I mean, I was kind of getting worried there with all the cautions, but knowing I have the ability to, start the after a yellow, just go back to green, I have the jump. So, I wasn't too worried, but it was just kind of one of those things. The line I was running, I was really trying to protect my right rear as much as I could. I was probably half throttle on the straights and just trying not to burn up the right rear too much because I knew, just after the first two yellows, I kind of had a feeling it was maybe going to be a caution fest, and I needed that right rear on restarts and 2-3 laps after to kind of maintain a gap, but it all worked out and felt really really good. This thing was biting hard and coming out of the corners, and it was I had the preferred line and the line I always run here in these things, and it worked.
Now, there had to be a little point in time, maybe during the heat race, maybe early in the feature when you guys were watching Clay, kind of work his way up through the field. Were you having buyer's remorse at all there at any point, thinking that, I wish I would have taken the small block?
Yeah, when he was behind me, I definitely, I did think maybe 358 was going to be better, but especially after, you run 10-15 laps, the track's just going to slick right off and it's going to play into his favor. But I said it before, I don't have the skill to do that stuff. Like, I can't take a lower powered car and run with a higher powered car. Those guys are just so good at it. Him and Sam. I think Sam was in a big block, but Clay and Sam are really good at that stuff. I just stick with the big block. But to answer your question, yeah, it was definitely like, crap, maybe I should have just tried it, but it all worked out.
Yeah, you and I are the same in both aspects. I would have been feeling that mid-race, felt like I made the wrong decision. And, man, yeah, I just don't have the ability to do what they're doing. But at the end of the day, man, it's all a what if, because you made the right call. This big block on the restarts was the power you needed, with those quick 3-4 lap sprints to the end that ended up being the difference. So hell of a job, brother. Congrats on the big win, man. That's how you want to start off the season here with the Expert Installation Big Block Modifieds. You got anybody you want to thank?
Just first and foremost, big shout out to all the FTM guys, Clay, Sam, Dean, Mike, Bart, all good runs for us. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to Expert Installation, who sponsors the car and also came on board and sponsored the league. So really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Shaggy, for doing the broadcast for us. Once again, another season with you. Couldn't be any happier, so thank you. Vertex Graphics, Dean Reynolds with the Super Dirt Car Series, GG Drywall Services, my dad.
Is your dad Paul?
No, my dad, that's my uncle.
Okay, because Paul has been talking a lot tonight. He's been rooting for you hard.
Yeah, that's my uncle Paul there, my dad's brother, obviously. He's been coming on board watching in this league and in the other one, and him and my cousin Steve, they've been watching, so I greatly appreciate the support those guys have shown me over the last few weeks. Pretty cool to put in a victory lane with those guys watching. Appreciate you guys, and appreciate everyone watching and everybody behind the scenes of the league for giving us a good place to race.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. We'd like you around here a lot more, if you were American, but we'll deal with you.
Maybe one day. Never say never.
There we go. Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Good luck here in the late models. You're going to go out and play, right?
Oh yeah, I'm adminning for those guys now, so I'll be there.
All right. Well, sorry about the TMI here on the broadcast, but I'm filling in for Adam. I didn't know I was going to have to. Dude, let me run to the bathroom. Just hold that practice like an extra couple minutes.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, sounds good. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, well, you just heard me tell him that. I got to run to the bathroom real quick. I didn't know I was going to be doing all these. So you'll probably watch that video 2, maybe 3 times. My apologies. It's just that short, quick break. And, well, then we'll be back for the pro late models here Coming up next, stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
Ah, perfect timing. Okay. I was going to explain to you guys that I will get the overlay working. I was struggling to refresh it, but right as I brought it over to the new page, I guess that was the medicine it needed. And we are set and ready to go for your G&G Drywall Services Pro Late Models here. The Cedar Lake Speedway in New Richmond, Wisconsin. 15 drivers in this session. Mr. Gearix hasn't put in a time yet. The Philly Flyer. But he is that 15th driver, and well, you heard him say he's adminning. So I would assume he's going to race it too. A lot of the guys that admin do race it too. But we'll have to see. It's kind of driver discretion on that one, but you can see the checkered flag waving. Warm-ups come to a close, and we'll see who that first pro late model is out on the racetrack here. Oh, they would do this. When I tell you 6 guys are in the car right now, who wants to win the race? All right, let's look. It's between Randall Dixon and Jeff Sharp. It was Randall Dixon. He's got him, yeah, by about a car length. So no John Deere green here on the Pro Late model. Let's see what he's got here. Rolling through 3 and 4. Lap number 1 about to be in the books. P2 for now. Make it 3, make it 4, make it 6. As William Watson jumps to the top of the charts here. We're going to see a lot of slicing and dicing. The 23. I believe he's your defending Pro Late Model champion. Something I probably should know. Billings crosses the line for the final time. He stays P3. Let's see who we got. Jeff Barker still out here. He's crossing the line. This is his final lap. Barker going to stay P11. Can't find the jump he was looking for on the final time around. And 12 guys have put in a lap. Steve Bixler, Terry Walters, and Brett Wazlowski have not put in said lap. Let's look at something here really quick. Let's see if they're still even in the session. No, you can see they are gray. So they'll show up on everything, but they aren't going to be here. So we will only have those 12 drivers tonight. That'll give us 2 heat races, 6 apiece. As qualifying comes to a I just noticed William Watson there that whole time was sitting on the chair. Victory lane not. William, you better back that up, brother. I mean, you better back that up or I'm going to pick on you about it. Let's take a look here. Heat race number 1, starting lineup. Looks a little something like this. No row 4. You saw that. So row 3 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 051 of Clay Christopherson. Row 2 to the outside, the 23 of William Watson to the inside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. In row 1 for heat race number 1 here in your G&G Drywall Services Pro Late Model heat race number 1. To the outside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp, and starting on the pole, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. Wait, no, Michael Vitale. Why did I say Trevor Giroux? It's the 213 of Michael Vitale. Is it Grid Liar? Did I? No, it's Michael Vitale. I just said it twice. Wow. What a brain lapse by me. Definitely Michael Vitale on the pole. Just let me know who you got. You're out there watching, who you're rooting for. As we set to roll off the 4 for the final time, the green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Oh, the Philly Flyer makes it 3 wide right away here, fishing on the bottom, Vitale. Oh, he's going to ride scissors up the hill here, and now Vitale comes back down. Watson was there in the middle. Somehow, they all keep it straight for the time being. Vitale trying to work it back here. Can he take a peek under the 80 or the 23 of William Watson? I'm still used to that guy. He used to run an 88 when we were teammates. I do that all the time. This is Giroux. He's out front by 1.6 seconds. You don't get to watch the leader when he's that far out front. This is where the racing is. 3rd, 4th, and 5th under the blanket. Watson with a little hiccup. Vitale comes down the racetrack. Christopherson's nose was there. They touch. They bang. Vitale sends it in deep there. Can't get back to the 51. And now Clay going to try to pull away. As meanwhile, Jeff Barker, maybe he can pick up one more spot. I don't know. Michael Vitale, he's quick, but he's got to settle the horse down. Coming to 2 laps to go this time by. Well, for that man too, but this is your leader. I mean, he is that far out front, and this is a heat race. The Philly Flyer telling them all to pound sand here. Here comes Clay Christopherson high, wide, and handsome in the 51 machine. What can he do? One more trip around the racetrack. Here's the Philly Flyer. He's already almost done. Into 3, off of 4. Give him the checkered flag here. He wins heat race number 1, followed by Scissors, Watson, Christopherson, Vitale, Barker, Wazlowski, and Walters. Let's get ready to take a look at your starting lineup here for heat race number 2, rounding out the field. Row 3 to the top shelf, you saw the mayor's not here. So row 3 to the top shelf, the 066 of Mike Weida to the inside, the 89 of Mason Hine. Row 2 to the outside, the 007 of Sam Bachman to the inside, the 017 of Shane Billings. And row 1 for your G&G Drywall Services heat race number 2 to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. And starting on the pole, the 011 of Randall Dixon. You got Dino and Dixon there, row 1. Bachman behind, going up, giving his teammate a little bit of a rev there, I'm sure. I don't do this too often. Let's do it here. Nope, not that one. This one. Row 3 outside, let's watch it here. They're going to roll through 3 and 4. Randall Dixon's going to drop that hammer as soon as the green flag waves, and we're about to be underway here for heat race number 2. Dino with the big run on the outside. Look at him and Bachman climbing. Those two take an early gap here. Dixon on the bottom trying to hold off Billings, who now sticks the nose underneath. The 017 slides up. They almost touch. The strut trying to get in there as well. Here's the 66 of Mike Weida. Peeking it on the top shelf. He's trying to roll around Shane Billings. And he does here as they enter 3. Can he seal it off of 4? That will be the question. And he does. He gets it. Bachman trying to hang out with his teammate here, Dean Reynolds, in that 79. Who, man, he's always quick. Dino, never slow. And right now he's up front, pacing here. You can see Sam as close as he can get here, just trying to take peeks. We're coming to 3 to go. Oh boy, he's sniffing. Trying to take a scratch at that left rear. Dino throws it underneath. We're side by side, coming to 2 to go. Dino clears him back on into one, and man, this is a war right now. Bachman lifts off, trying to play nice side by side white flag waves. Dino up top, Bachman on the bottom. Who's it gonna be? Down the backstretch into 3. Dean Reynolds looks to have it locked up off of 4. Give him the checkered flag. He wins heat race number 2. Bachman, Dixon, Billings, Weta, Hine, and Bixler stick around for your final A main of the night here after a short break.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
You're tuned in, Shaggy TV, where pressure talks and mistakes scream. From flag to flag, no filter clean. Truth in the call, uncut, unseen. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV.
Oh no, Maverick side now, outside wall. Oh, trying to ruin my camera, DJ. You promised me to be safe. Beating and banging him.
No polish here, no pretty disguise. Just rubber, steel, and truth in real time. When the moment hits, the signal's free. World tuned in, it's Shaggy TV.
Almost time to go and play in the clay here at the Cedar Lake Speedway for 30 laps and some pro late models. Let's get ready to take a look at your G&G Drywall Services A main starting lineup. Rounding out the field, row 6 to the outside, the 89 of Mason Hine to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 066 of the Strut, Mike Weta to the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 4 to the outside, the 017 of Shane Billings to the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 3 to the high side, the 011 of Randall Dixon to the inside, the 23 of Bart William Watson. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 007 of the Samaconda. Sam Bachman to the inside. The 280 of Mr. Scissors, Jeff Sharp. Row 1 for your G&G Drywall Services Pro Late Model A main. To the outside, the 79 of Dino, Dean Reynolds, and starting on the pole, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. As we look to the Wisconsin sky, the green flag is high. It's time to watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. RA main is underway. Right away, Giroux trying to plane it on the bottom, get a run off. He does. Dino got to do what he's got to do. Started on the outside, you got to wind it up. But right now, Bachman, he's reeling him in. Battling for fourth, Clay Christopherson working the bottom. Mr. Scissors up top, Jeff Sharp trying to carry that momentum, but Clay shuts the door. Sharp doesn't want to go to the bottom, stays in line. Just racing smart for now. Almost 3 wide behind. William Watson in the middle. Billings was down low for a quick second. We're 2 wide again, still further back. Is Mason on thinking about making it 3 wide in that 89 machine. Good looking ride. Oh, you want to keep it that way. Don't make it 4 wide, Mason. Oh, he's trying to will that thing. He goes around Barker. Working to the inside here. That's Randall Dixon to his right side in that orange number 011. As Dixon following the tire tracks there in the 213 of Michael Vitale. They see a little side-by-side up the road. William Watson, slide job, put the 23 into 5th. Jeff Sharp not done, though, trying to cut his way back through. Scissors on the bottom. What can he do? William Watson trying to make the hay upstairs. He's got it at the line. Give him P5. Single file, 1. Oh, Dino says, no, not. Hold your breath here, Shaggy. I don't want to run single file. I'm trying to go for the lead here. Dino, he is hungry in that 79, and he's got the 007 behind him trying to take a bite as well. Bachman goes up, kisses that outside wall. Dino now to the outside. Bachman reverses rolls here. Just trying to take a peek anywhere he can. Good thing we put this rear camera on Dino's ride tonight here. He's got a lot of action on that inside. Bachman taking a peek again. That's all he can do, though. Just taking peeks here. Just putting them in the bank. Can't do anything with them. Vitale trying to run down Jeff Sharp. He's gotten over the deck lid, but now can't make the move here because he's got Randall Dixon taking peeks underneath him, so he's got to be smart. Vitale's got to wait for the right moment here, and it might be now as Mason on trying to gather it up here, get a run on Dixon. Dino continues to slip and slide around here. 17 laps left to go, and I've been in these boys' shoes here. I ran this race many a time last season. We're not getting a lot of cars here, and everybody knows how to drive these things. This is all the makings of a long green flag run here, so you can't make a mistake. You gotta be in it every single lap, and how tiring that is for a driver. I can't even start to tell you. I mean, it's unbelievable how tiring that could be. As well, don't really have a good view off the deck lid tonight here with how much we're banked. But first, second, and third running away a little bit here. Watson, he's trying to come back at his teammate here, Clay Christopherson. Let's see, William, these are his forte here. I mean, late models, bread and butter for William. He likes these. He likes the big block modifieds. Let's see what he can do here, if he can use that to his advantage. Jeff Sharp and Michael Vitale going at it here. Sharp on the bottom, Vitale on the outside. They work it side by side here. Scissors trying to play nice on the bottom. Vitali not giving him a lot of room there on corner entry. Goes up, kisses the outside wall. Sharp says, I'll see you later. And Jeff gets it done here as Dino still trying to hold on to P2. Kisses that outside wall a little bit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Taking a peek down low. Bachman. What can he do here through 3 and 4? Going to swing one more time. Come on, Tarzan. Climb the rope. What does Bachman do here? Keeps it on the bottom off of 4. There, 2. They're side by side. Coming to 7 laps to go. This is one of the better battles on the racetrack. But now Watson says, hang on, take a peek back here. He throws it in after clipping the tires. That's going to allow Billings to cycle himself into this battle for 4th. Bachman continuing to try to work that inside. Just can't get by Dino. Dino hasn't been the quickest car, man, but that thing has been on the rails. He has not jumped off the track here yet. 5 to go. Bachman just trying, just willing that thing, anything he can do. Saying a Hail Mary this time going into 1 and 2. Can't throw the slide job, though. Dino, all the momentum on the outside. Back and forth, back and forth. Bachman trying to get there, just can't. 3 to go for Trevor Giroux. Garrick's out front looking like $100 million right now. Can't say a million because I said Grandy looked like $1 million earlier. Into 3, looking to take the white flag this time by the Philly Flyer. Oh, Bachman must have made a mistake there trying to get by Dino. He's way off the pace. Top 3 fairly spread out here. Final time. Off of 4, checkered flag waves. And the Philly Flyer wins the G&G Drywall Services Week 1 inaugural race here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. I mean, how big is that? Family sponsoring, winning the first event they sponsor. Big time there for the Philly Flyer. Dean Reynolds, P2, Bachman 3rd, and FTM, they weren't done there. 4th, William Watson, and 5th, Clay Christopherson. Good run for the Full Throttle Motorsports team here. Is, man, they got out the broom. They swept it. Good run for the gang. Flag to flag here. Let's go find the man. You know, he's got Shaggy TV on there real big. So, I mean, we may have to maybe give him a little bonus. You know what I mean? Throwing it on there, parking it on the podium. We'll see if we can't get a word. I might as well go to their Discord. Never mind. Here they come. Here they come, and just hang on. We got to be quiet for the listen to this daggone whip to crack here. And we got Sam Bachman, long time no speak. How we feeling, brother? I'm telling you what, I don't miss these. Now, I'm being dead serious. Obviously, I love green flag runs, but dude, when I would have run this last season, I think maybe we had 1 caution in 4 races. I do not envy you guys going green flag 30 laps, man. How are you feeling? You tired?
I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. I mean, track felt pretty good out there, to be honest. Didn't seem like a whole lot of passing, and especially 3 and 4 or whatever, with everybody around that slider line, so it's kind of hard to pass. But other than that, it was a pretty good race, and so you really can't complain.
You know, obviously, you know, you just struggling there, couldn't find a way to get by Dino. May have had a little more pace, but, you know, that's the name of the game. Did you think at all? I know you mentioned pretty much everyone running that slider in 3 and 4. That being said, did you think about going up and, trying to wind it up there and seeing if you could throw a slider into 1 and 2, or was it just too long of a way around tonight?
I mean, Trevor looked like he was making it work for a little bit, but to me, I just think it's too far around for me, I guess. I mean, we all drive a little different, so, but he was pretty quick up front, but maybe if I would have got past Dino, I could have been up there and maybe contested, but it would have been hard to pass him because this is kind of Trevor's car, to be honest. He's really good in the late models.
I'm not going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him the same thing I'm about to tell you, that, you guys got lucky tonight that I got called into the booth and couldn't go out here and show you guys how it's done. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, till I'm allowed in the car. But Sam, congratulations, man. You guys look fast. The 1 through 5 for the team. I mean, can't do any better than that. You only could have done better if Brewer would have showed up and gave you a 6 car. So hell of a job, man. Congratulations. Who we want to thank?
Oh, all the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He's really been working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dark Car Series, Expert Installation, Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast for putting this on. Trevor's dad for sponsoring to get a
G&G
broadcast.
Drywall Services.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah. And yeah.
Gunner for the dig.
Gunner for the dig.
Yep. See, I could do his freaking interviews. How many you freaking finish up here? Congratulations, brother. Hopefully I'll be talking to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sam Bachman bringing home P3, and now we're going to bring up the man who I know he's thrilled after this one, because let's be honest, Dino, this, isn't necessarily your best card, nor mine, but man, I saw you make one mistake. You got in the wall through 1 and 2, but obviously Sam not close enough to, capitalize. I mean, this thing, it was money tonight, dude. You were pretty quick, especially in the early stages. Talk to us about it.
And the car felt good. It was just every now and then I wouldn't go into turn 1 hard enough, and the thing would push a little bit. And I had that one time where it really pushed bad, and I thought I thought I was going to bite it and wind up in the pits. And Sam was behind me, and he goes, "Oh, I thought you were done." And I said, "I did too." And it felt good. I mean, last time I was here, I finished second to Trevor when we had pro late models as well, and I hit a couple laps where I was timing a little bit faster than him, but I wasn't conservative. I wasn't consistent enough. And then at the end, I was kind of hanging on and trying my best, but I got to apologize to Sam. When he threw that slider, I thought I cut down underneath him, and I didn't feel anything, but then I noticed all of a sudden he dropped back big time, and he goes, "Yeah, you got me a little bit." And I looked at the replay, and I just nailed him in the left rear just a tad, and it actually looked like netcode's what sent him to the wall, but still it was me that got into him. So that wasn't right. I want to race clean, especially a teammate, and I feel bad by that, so I really should have been a third place car.
Shame on me that I didn't even see that, Dino, because we had just clicked over to Trevor. So while I'm ranting on talking, kind of rewinding that back. Oh, it's all right. You barely got him. It was more net code, I think, than anything. Because
I'm surprised his car shot to the wall like that. It was like, I just tapped him in the left rear, and then the car shot right. But still, it's me touching him though that causes that. So you can't, people that blame netcode, that's a cop out. That's still my fault. If it wasn't for my tap, netcode put him in the wall. But if I didn't touch him, there would have been netcode. So when people say, "Oh, that's netcode," nah, bullshit. Don't use that as an excuse. If you get close to somebody or you're going to get them anyways, you can't say, "Well, that was netcode." No, you would have got them anyways. If you're that close to cost netcode, then that's still on you.
Well, at the end of the day, the fact that you guys are able to put on a good show, while being teammates and still race that hard, man, to promote that excitement. Because let's be honest, it would be real easy for you to kind of, or not you, but you guys to kind of rotate wins, keep these things boring, but man, you guys race just as hard every time you're out there on the racetrack, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So hell of a job, Dino. Great night for the team. I mean, I think you guys swept, or no, you didn't sweep the big block podium, but had 2 guys in the top 5, 5 in the top 5, I think in the big, or 4 in the top 5 in the small blocks. Then you go 5 for 5 here. So, can't do much better than that. Great job, guys. You got anybody you want to thank?
Well, I'm just glad I finally broke my sixth place streak. We were laughing because I got sixth last night in the limited late models. I don't know if you remember that. I got sixth today in the matinee. I got sixth in the 358 race. I got sixth in the big block race. So I'm just happy to finally break that with a podium. So, but yeah, I mean the guys at FTM. I mean, it's funny. We'll race each other like we're throwing punches. We want to beat each other, but racing clean is not the hardest thing. And here I am being a hypocrite after I got Rylan Banks there in the 358 race, but with a mistake. But I think I proved myself to be a clean racer, and I made a mistake there. But we like I said, we said it before. We don't say anything in Discord when we're racing because we want to beat each other. We're not going to say, "Oh, we're going to go here, we're going to go there." We don't tell anyone if we found something. So we might do it in heat so we can help each other qualify in a heat better. But then when it comes to feature time, we're all ready to beat each other in that. So, but gotta thank the FTM guys. Gotta thank Trevor's dad, G&G Drywall Services, for the sponsorship to do pro late models. Gotta thank you, Shaggy, for filling in for Flieger. Adam's got a little technical difficulty, so thanks so much for filling in for him. Congrats to Trevor. I mean, admin, sponsor, and won. So, that's a good hat trick for him. And, sorry again to Sam. He deserved to got second, and he didn't. That's on me. But, coast to coast, what car counts this week? Let's hope they stay the way they've been. It's good to see a lot of new members come in. We all been trying hard to really get this league to another level, and I think we're getting there. So, hopefully we can keep it going. Shaggy, what do you say?
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm going to tell Trevor, the only reason he won tonight is because I'm in the booth, because I plan on being one of the cars out here. So, that's going to be the story till he proves me wrong. But we'll give him hell about it here later. But congratulations, Dino. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Shaggy, thanks so much.
Dean Reynolds bringing home P2. And now we get to talk to the belle of the ball here. But as I was just telling his teammate, next week when I'm out of the booth, he better not get used to this winning nonsense, because you see, I knew it. You wouldn't even be able to hold back the laugh. It's hard for me not to laugh even saying that, man. You dominated. You were out front by 2.5 seconds there in an 8-lap heat race. I mean, that's crazy. You got out to a great start and then right back at it there. I mean, Dino was able to trail you. I want to say first 10 or so laps, but as the track started to go away, man, this 75 got faster and faster. Talk to us about a damn near perfect night here.
Yeah, man, just Cedar Lake and Pro Lake models, man, I love it. It was a good race, flag to flag, and FTM top 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
It was 1 through 5. Sure. Yep.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, so it was a great night for the team, and kind of got worried there a little bit with the 10 or so laps in. Dean was just right on me, and I was like, holy smokes, he's nailing that top better than I am, and kind of just had to switch up my line there. And in 3, kind of had to start throwing a little bit of a slider, just to kind of put a little bit of a gap between us. But he was just killing me in 3 and 4. So like I said, just switched up the line there a little bit and got into a rhythm, and it was good. Just kind of had an issue there, and I think it was going into 1, just spinning the tires a little too much. So just had to lock in, if you will, and settle down and just hit my marks. And I love running the top here in these pro lates. In the big blocks and 358s, I'm not as comfortable doing it in those, but in these things, I love when it's really thin up there and kind of playing with fire. But yeah, it was a great race overall, great showing for the team, and great race, like you said, flag to flag. So we'll take a week 1 win and keep it up for the season and hopefully be there at the end for the championship.
Now, obviously, Trevor, you're going to think I'm joking when I say this here, but I'm not, and I can't believe this happened to me. But for the first time ever, now, obviously, I'm out of shape, so this is going to be a 2-part question here. So I was sitting here. I was wearing my old golf pants, Trevor, and wouldn't you believe it, that button shot off. Now, that being said, that says the kind of shape I'm in, okay? If I do 30 laps green flag, I'm feeling it. I hated doing those 30-lap green flag runs, but when you're out front, man, you got to think, whether you're feeling it, you're tired or not, you want this thing to stay green, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. Especially early on. You kind of don't really want cautions. At least I don't. I mean, guys are going to feel different across the board, but um, I think, if we had a caution with like 5 to go or something and you're in the lead, it's like I said in the big blocks, you're starting the race. You have control of that restart, so obviously you can't jump it or anything, but you can play games a little bit if you will, and change up when you're gonna start, where you're gonna start, and just kind of throw guys off and create a decent 3-4 car length gap there right off the bat, and then run away from it there. But I mean, in that situation there, in that race, I would have much rather stay green like it did. Just once you get into a rhythm for that long, caution comes out and you re-rack everybody, and it's just you kind of get thrown off a little bit. At least I do. So, was definitely nice to keep it green there.
Well, hey man, Dino said it best. Your pops comes in, helps out with the sponsorship. You come in, you admin it, and then you go out here and sweep the broom with it, or sweep everybody up with the broom. That's a hell of a job, man. Way to make a statement. Now, you're going to need, you might need some more help next week when I'm back out there on the track, but, we'll see about that. Good luck, brother. Congratulations. Who we want to thank?
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Just first and foremost, give a huge shout out to my dad, Gerald, GG Drywall Services. Kind of threw the idea out there of, sponsoring the league or, a division, and he said, hell yeah, let's do it. So he comes on board and keeps the stuff broadcasted for us. So obviously just big shout out to him. Thank you, Dad. Thanks everybody in the session tonight for keeping it easy on me. Just first time doing this admin stuff, so just told the guys to bear with me there for a couple weeks while I get comfortable with this stuff. So thanks to those guys that are keeping it easy on me. Thank you to all the guys at FTM for the support. Great run for all of us, like I said. Vertex Graphics for the wrap. Dean Reynolds with Super Dirt Car Series. Shaggy TV. I'm always forgetting people. Expert Installation. I think that's about it. Everybody watching, my uncle, my cousin, my mom, my dad. Thank you everybody for the support. It's much appreciated.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. This is going to be the first of many this season. I got a feeling. Good luck the rest of the way.
I hope so, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, because he knows. I mean, he couldn't even not laugh. I'm going to be lucky to finish 6th. In these things here, I did collect a limited late model win last season, but that was at a track that was pretty much one line. I qualified like crap, drew P1, Heat 1, and just held on for about 45 laps in the night. So, I may luck into one of those here next week, but we'll have to see. And that's going to wrap it up here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV. I love saying this now. And the voice of the McGrubid Motoplex saying so long. And we hope to see you tune back in Monday night live with me for a little Monday Night Madness. Take it easy.